who were the most scandalous residents on Boston's Beacon Hill. Imagine walking through a neighborhood known for its beautiful brick row houses and historic charm, but behind the scenes, some residents caused quite a stir. Beacon Hill has a long history filled with stories of scandal and intrigue. One of the most notorious figures was a wealthy widow from the early 1800s. She was involved in a disturbing controversy related to the eugenics movement, which aimed to control human reproduction based on flawed ideas about heredity. Between the years 1850 and 1853, she was linked to a scandal involving payments to young men. This case revealed the darker side of Beacon Hill's elite society during the Victorian era. Beacon Hill's history also includes infamous criminal cases that made headlines across Boston. The Boston Strangler murders, which took place in the early 1960s, involved a man who murdered 13 women in the city, and some of the cases had connections to residents of Beacon Hill. Another major case was the Parkman-Webster murder trial. This was a sensational event in the 1840s that involved the murder of a prominent Boston doctor, George Parkman, by a fellow Harvard professor named John Webster. The trial drew huge crowds and was one of the most talked-about legal cases of its time. These events added a layer of mystery and scandal to the neighborhood's reputation. In addition to these high-profile cases, lesser-known crimes also took place on Beacon Hill's narrow streets. From petty theft to more serious offenses, these incidents reflected the neighborhood's complex social fabric over the years. During the 1800s, some residents were involved in personal scandals or criminal activities that made local headlines. Despite its reputation for elegance and history, Beacon Hill has seen its share of dark moments. Walking tours of Beacon Hill often highlight these stories, giving visitors a chance to see the neighborhood's beautiful architecture while learning about its more dramatic past. These tales reminded us that, behind the polished facades and historic homes, Beacon Hill has experienced episodes of scandal that shaped its history. Knowing about these residents and events adds a new layer of understanding when exploring this iconic district. It shows that, even in a neighborhood famous for its beauty and tradition, human stories of controversy and crime have left their mark.